Hello guys, so in today's video I'm going to be drawing a girl. So as you currently see, I already started on the outline of the drawing. Look at this. I'm going to get a smaller pencil to kind of help me. Just to do the small details. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to try to darken out the outline of the face. So I'm looking at a reference image while I do this. So I'm just gonna continue until it looks good, until I like it. So I'm gonna zoom in a bit. So I'm gonna get this mechanical pencil to kind of help me. So I'm just doing the outline of the eyebrows. Okay. And now I'm gonna try and look at the reference image to try to guess where the eyelashes start at and where the eye actually starts at. See, that looks good. So I'm gonna kind of look at the reference image, and just so I can look at the inside of the eye, how it looks. Okay, so what I see is now I'm just gonna do the eyeball. I'm just gonna add some color over here. Well, just try to darken it up a bit. Now the eyeball is kind of smaller, so I made it a little bit too big. Okay, that's kind of better. So now I'm just going to try and darken up the outside parts, the other parts of the eye. I'm just going to add a little bit squiggly lines. This is where the eyebrows will go. So I'm just looking at both of them at the same time while I do it. Okay, that looks kind of good to me. So what I'm going to do is come over here and fix up around here. So what I'm going to do now is try to do some outlines for like the nose. I'm doing the outline of these areas because that's where that part's supposed to be like darker. I know I'm thinking about it. Eyebrows are a little bit too far away from the eye itself and way too big. Okay, it's kind of. I'll try and leave it like that for now. That means over here we need to get fixed too. Okay. So I know it's not perfect, but I'll leave it like that for now. Let me come over here. Just add some lines over here. So this part that you see I'm doing right now, this is going to be darker than the rest of the face. This is where the nose, this is part of the nose, and in here. I'm just trying to section out take out some parts that's going to be darker, and I know parts that's going to be lighter than the other sections. So that's when we work on the mouth. so I got something I'm using to act as a light. So what I'm going to do is go down to over here. And this is where her neck's going to be. I'm just going to start to section out parts of her hair. Let me see the proportions look good. So I'm looking at the reference image, and right now I'm just going to section out the parts that I know that's going to be dark and light. Okay. Okay. So for right now, what I'm going to start to work on is the eyebrows. Move this down. Okay. Now erase this. Okay, so I'm going to look at the photo while I work on the eyebrows. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to do it with this little pencil. Now that I'm looking at the image, I see something I did wrong. I'm gonna get this other pencil to help me with it. Okay, that's kind of better. I'm gonna erase the top part of this. I'm coming back. I'm gonna go get something. Okay, I'm back now. zoom out. So I'm going to pause the video right here and continue on later. Right here in the reference image. So I'm just working on this part off camera, and I also started to work on the outline of the hair. Like you see in the reference image, there's like lights and stuff right here that hits the light. So what I'm going to do is just try to copy that and continue on. So guys, off camera I did some additional stuff to the drawing. So what I did was, to the forehead over here, I added some hair, because right here in the reference image there's like hair going down. And I also went back and worked on the eyebrows, and I labeled some parts L for light and D for dark, because I plan to darken up the area of the face and her neck and everything. So what I did over here is I started to work on her necklace right here, and I also started to work on this part over here. You see this dark and this light over here. So I'm starting to work on that over here. And you see right here her hair that gets white because the light is shining on it. So I'm doing that over here too. It kind of looks like veins. And I also worked on the inside of her ears. So I'm going to continue working on it, and I might film more. Hello guys. So what I did was I added some lines down here to the neck area. I'll zoom in now to show you. So I added some lines in here. So this is supposed to look like the lines that you see on your neck. So what I also did is around here I used a 2H and a 2B pencil. I used the 2B pencil right here to darken up here and to darken up his hair. So right here you see these lines right here. They're like white in the reference image. So what I did was I put a piece of paper over here, and I used a pen. Well, I used a pencil, and I made marks on the pencil. Like, some marks like this. So that's how I made that. I just put the paper over here and made marks with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the whole face, work on the hair, add more lines over here. And I'm going to work around this area also. And I'll finish the necklace. Hello guys, I'm just going to try and use the pencil to darken some spots. And then I'll end the video. So this will be the last video for, well, the last part of this video. So I'm gonna get some materials. I'm gonna show you what I did to finish this drawing. So some of the materials I used were this, a regular HB pencil. I also use a 2B graphite pencil. I also use I used a 2B, I used a 2H graphite pencil. This is a 2H. And I also used a 3B pencil. So I'll show you some stuff, some parts of the drawing. So right here, the way I did these lines for the neck is I took a piece of paper and I put it over here, and then I just made the lines, and I used the 2B pencil. Well, I used the 2H pencil to go over the lines like this, and then I use a cotton swab to mix the color around. I used the 2H pencil for the majority of the shading, and I used the 2B for darker areas. And I also used the HB pencil like to work on the hair over here and some other areas of the drawing. So this is the final look of the photo of the drawing. I hope you like it. Bye bye.